Hi, let's discuss a crucial role that drives the success of corporate India, the role of independent directors. To truly understand the significance of independent directors in today's corporate landscape, let's rewind to 2009. It was the year of the Satyam Computer Services scandal, a defining moment for corporate governance in India. This scandal exposed the vulnerabilities in corporate governance and led to the resignation of around 620 independent directors from various company boards. This event was a major wake up call. It showed the urgent need for ethical leadership and the critical role of independent directors in maintaining transparency and governance. The aftermath led to major reforms in India's corporate governance rules, but today the demand for qualified independent directors far exceeds the supply. Fast forward to 2024, India has made tremendous progress with SEBI's tightening regulations to ensure stronger governance. According to a 2024 SEBI report, the number of regulatory actions on non compliance increased by 18%, showing that corporate governance remains a high priority. Let's look at the numbers to understand the scale of the opportunity. As of January 2024, the Bombay Stock Exchange lists over 5,500 companies, and the National Stock Exchange lists nearly 2,200 companies. India's public markets are growing rapidly with predictions of over 400 IPOs in the next 18 months, driven by SMEs and emerging sectors like fintech and green energy. But here is the key: every one of these companies needs independent directors to comply with SEBI regulations. As more companies go public, the demand for qualified independent directors is soaring. Unlisted companies preparing for IPOs also require experienced professionals, which means the overall demand is expected to surpass 40,000 new independent directors in the next 3 years, according to a recent Deloitte report. In December 2019, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs made it mandatory for all independent directors to register with the Independent Directors Data Bank managed by the IICA. To serve on the boards, independent directors must clear the online self assessment proficiency test conducted by IICA within 1 year of registering. According to data from March 2023, only 11,511 individuals had cleared the proficiency test, while 20,000 names were registered in the data bank as of April 2024. This shows a massive gap between the number of individuals interested in becoming independent directors and those who are actually qualified to serve. This proficiency test is a critical step because even though some senior professionals are exempt from passing the test, clearing it increases your chances of being appointed to prestigious boards. 14,000 professionals have successfully cleared the exam, but we need thousands more to meet the market demand. As of 2024, India faces a shortfall of at least 30,000 qualified independent directors to meet the growing demands of both listed and unlisted companies. The SEBI requires companies to have at least one third of their board members as independent directors. But with more companies listing on the exchanges, the actual demand is much higher. And this demand will only grow as India's economy continues to expand. Experts predict that India's GDP will nearly triple in the next decade, leading to a massive increase in corporate growth and IPOs. Independent directors will be in tens of thousands to guide these companies through this growth. This shortage of qualified independent directors means that companies are willing to pay top dollars for the right candidates. This is an incredible opportunity for senior professionals to transition into prestigious, financially rewarding board roles. But why exactly do companies need independent directors? The role of an independent director is to bring an unbiased external perspective to the board. They are essential for ensuring good corporate governance, which includes maintaining transparency, managing risks, and protecting shareholders' interests. After the Satyam scandal, the Indian government amended the Companies Act in 2013 to make the appointment of independent directors mandatory for certain companies. These amendments were designed to bring experts into the company's board who have no market relationship with the company, ensuring they act in the best interest of shareholders. Independent directors must be experts in their field, whether that's finance, law, management, or corporate governance. More importantly, they must be individuals of high moral character and unquestionable integrity. As an independent director, your role goes far beyond attending board meetings. You will be reviewing financial documents, asking the right questions, and ensuring that the company adheres to legal and ethical guidelines. Your input will be critical in helping the company mitigate risks and comply with corporate governance laws. Research published by McKinsey and Co. in 2024 shows that companies with strong governance structures, which include independent directors, outperform their peers by nearly 25% in return on equity. This shows the direct impact of having qualified and ethical independent directors on board performance. So, which companies are required to appoint independent directors? The Companies Act 2013 mandates that every listed public company must appoint at least one third of its board members as independent directors. Additionally, public companies meeting the following criteria must also appoint at least two independent directors or one third of their total directors. Companies with a paid up share capital of INR 10 crore or more, companies with a turnover of INR 100 crore or more, companies with outstanding loans, debentures, or deposits of INR 50 crore or more. As India's corporate governance standards improve, SEBI has been tightening regulations to ensure companies adhere to these requirements. As of 2024, over 75% of large cap companies have successfully met or exceeded the independent director requirement, but mid sized companies are still catching up. So, what's the biggest hurdle for aspiring independent directors? It's the proficiency test. Many senior executives approach it without the right preparation and find it difficult to clear. But passing this test is essential because it significantly boosts your chances of securing board appointments. Companies are increasingly turning to executive search firms to find qualified independent directors, but they face a scarcity of candidates, especially with the law restricting the number of companies independent director can serve on. This demand is even higher for women and candidates from marginalized communities. Corporations are actively seeking diversity on their boards and are willing to pay a premium for the right candidates who meet both the legal and diversity requirements. So, how can you navigate these challenges? With the right guidance and preparation, clearing the proficiency test becomes achievable, and that's exactly where we come in. Our free live online bootcamp is designed to help senior professionals like you prepare for the independent director proficiency test and give you the tools to thrive in this role. Whether you're a senior executive or looking for a second innings in your career, becoming an independent director offers unparalleled opportunities. There's no upper age limit for appointment and no retirement age. You can start your journey at any time. Join our bootcamp to learn about the duties and privileges of independent directors and the four most important skills you need to master to pass the test. Don't miss out on this opportunity to build a prestigious, financially rewarding corporate career. Do register